Hello guys, welcome to the Alrasta channel to discuss and explain the exciting storyline of your favorite series, SwallowedStar episode 210. In the previous episode, Luofeng successfully hatched his third extremely powerful clone, the Remote Ocean Body, after stealing seawater from the 9 Remoteness Ocean. After 500 years of training and searching for treasures at the headquarters of the ancestral god sect, Luofeng finally obtained a flying palace-type treasure called the Silver Dragon Phantom Ship Galaxy, which once belonged to the beast god named Feng. Luofeng then focused on increasing his life gene level, using the beast god's blood given to him by his teacher, Chaos City Lord, before breaking through to the Immortal level. As a result, his Remote Ocean Body clone reached a perfect gene level 10,000 times greater and awakened the secret talent technique, I Am the Universe, which allowed him to unleash energy equivalent to a cosmic explosion, giving him unlimited combat potential. So, what happened next? Alright, without further ado, let's dive straight into the story. Inside the internal world of the golden-horned behemoth, the situation changed drastically when the Remote Ocean clone activated the Ocean Transformation ability. As a result, he lost his main combat power, but as a positive effect, Luofeng transformed into a giant ocean that served to contain divine power. The volume of divine power was so massive that Luofeng's internal world was filled with a red ocean that flooded the insect queen's egg and all the land within it. After upgrading his life genes and using ocean transformation, Babata realized that the land inside Luofeng's internal world was in danger of being submerged by the ever-overflowing sea of blood. Therefore, Luofeng must immediately expand the area of his internal world so that the land is not completely covered by water. The body of the golden-horned behemoth once again consumed large amounts of the beast god's blood. Babata was confident that, in this way, the body of the golden-horned behemoth would obtain enough energy to expand the area of the internal world. While the sea of blood continued to appear like a tsunami crashing onto the land, the body of the golden-horned behemoth began the process of expanding its territory. The scene that unfolded looked like a major disaster. However, Luofeng, Babata, and all the slaves of the alien race did not seem worried. They were confident that there was still enough time to secure the land before everything was submerged. After consuming a sufficient amount of the beast god's blood, the diameter of the Sea of Blood finally reached 10 billion kilometers, while the area of Luofeng's internal world had reached 1 trillion kilometers. This was a remarkable result, as it meant that the land was not completely covered by seawater. Luofeng also felt that his life level and divine power storage capacity had now reached their limits. He began to prepare himself to break through to the Immortal level, hoping that everything would go smoothly. During this preparation stage, all of Luofeng's clones were in sleep mode. His consciousness was fully focused on his human body, which was the only one attempting to break through to the Immortal level. The core of the golden-horned behemoth's life, namely the nucleus or life core, had always been Luofeng's weak point. He would die if it was destroyed. However, in order to break through to the Immortal level, he had to connect directly with the original universe. This meant that the life core was now a shackle that blocked his connection with the universe, and he had to destroy it in order to successfully break through. Luofeng deployed 16,000 sealed star spheres to form the skeleton of the beast god in order to destroy the shackles of the life core. After that, he unleashed the third ultimate technique from the star diagram called Star and Fire Soaring Sky, combined with the Sky Tearing Claw technique. With the combination of these two techniques, Luofeng launched a barrage of attacks to destroy the barrier on the life core. However, something strange happened. Even though the attack was a combination of two ultimate techniques, there was not even a hint of damage to the barrier he was trying to destroy. This confused Luofeng. In terms of determination, combat power, mind fusion, and the techniques he unleashed, Luofeng's power was already on par with the invincible Immortal King. However, even that much power was still not enough to destroy the shackles. According to Babata, this happened because the clone of the remote ocean body had a life gene level that had exceeded 10,000 times. This caused the life core to undergo a transformation and allowed Luofeng to gain a much broader internal world. As a result, Luofeng's foundation became very solid, causing the life core to evolve and his shackles to become much stronger than before. Unfortunately, in his current condition, Luofeng was still unable to break through the solid wall to reach the immortal level, even though he had been looking forward to this day for quite some time, and he would have to perfect the third ultimate technique of the 10,000 star sermon map technique, namely Star and Fire Soaring Sky. A long time passed. Luofeng spent 10,000 years, 20,000 years, and even 30,000 years meditating in order to perfect his third ultimate technique. During that time, many people began to discuss why Kingblade River had not yet broken through to the immortal level. Some theorized that the missing Kingblade River might be dead. Others scoffed that the title of Kingblade River was nothing but nonsense, relying solely on wealth and luck. Most other races that were not aligned with humans were happy to hear this news. After 30,000 years had passed, Luofeng understood the restlessness within himself and realized that something was missing in his training. He decided to pause his meditation for a moment to refresh his mind. He felt that forcing himself into a state of stress would only waste millions of years without any definite results. Finally, a big decision was made. He would travel across the galaxy to refresh his soul and seek new enlightenment.
过去依靠个人推演领悟突破。
During his adventures, Luofeng witnessed various creatures in the universe and traveled to various places using the galaxy ship. Although his journey was long, it felt so short. By utilizing Moshe's clone body, Luofeng adapted, interacted, and disguised himself as a creature of the local race. All of these experiences became inspiration to perfect his ultimate technique. Luofeng also realized the mistake in his previous training. He had cultivated too often in closed spaces, hoping to break through only through deduction and personal experience. Now, after traveling, he realized that wherever he was, the universe contained traces of the origin law. From the creation and destruction of celestial objects to the ripples caused by a drop of water, even the smallest things are closely related to the origin law. The entire universe is like a holographic projection that summarizes grand principles into small details. The invisible atoms that make up everything now inspire Luofeng to break through to the immortal level.
微小的细节，灵感源泉。这点滴的积累，都成为了我突破的力量。
In the Primal Secret region, specifically in the Thousand Treasures River area, Luofeng was finally ready to make a breakthrough. The first step he took was to calm his heart. He felt that there was no longer a need to forcibly strengthen his heart because it was now as vast as the starry sky and unshakable. He also did not need to fight against illusions because, compared to the real universe, illusions were very fragile. The same was true of his determination. Luofeng's current determination was perhaps no less than that of warriors of the Universe Master level. After spending a very long time adventuring, Luofeng finally succeeded in perfecting his third ultimate technique, Star and Fire Soaring Sky. This time he was very confident. By combining the three techniques from the 10,000 star sermon map, the first technique, lightning fast, striking star, the second technique, bright like the sun and stars, and the third technique, Star and Fire Soaring Sky. Luofeng attacked the shackles on the life core. In the end, boom.
星火贯天，一时焚，天崩地裂。
The shackles began to crack, crumble, and quickly merge with the original universe. At that moment, the clone of the Chaos City Lord in the Thousand Treasures River witnessed the descent of an unusual golden law. The other warriors who saw the phenomenon were also shocked. Someone was breaking through to the immortal level and creating a huge commotion by drawing in an enormous amount of energy from the universe. From the left, a stream of golden law flowed from the Thousand Treasures River, emitted by the Master. From the right, the life core's cracks allowed the golden law of the universe to descend and collide with the stream from the Thousand Treasures River. In the midst of the collision, Luofeng absorbed the stream of energy law, causing his supply of divine power to increase dramatically. Even an immortal warrior who broke through to become a universe venerable did not usually create such a powerful phenomenon. This showed that Luofeng's divine power storage capacity was enormous, like a pool being poured into by a torrential waterfall, but never reaching full capacity. Luofeng felt that the divine power flowing from the universe was far greater in quantity than that which came from the Thousand Treasures River. The effect of this energy caused the body of the golden-horned behemoth to begin to transform. Not only that, but Moshe's body, which had wandered to various places, also underwent major changes. All these changes were signs that Luofeng had now completely broken through to the immortal level. From the initial prediction of millions of years, Luofeng managed to shorten his training to only 40,000 years.
突破不朽，就能从宇宙本源之地勾动。
Seeing the breakthrough phenomenon of his disciple, the Chaos City Lord felt very proud. Having just broken through to the immortal level, Luofeng was already capable of triggering a powerful phenomenon that attracted massive amounts of golden laws and divine power. Among the human race, it seemed that a warrior who could shake millions of races throughout the universe would soon be born. After becoming an immortal, Luofeng's internal world could indeed survive, but sooner or later it would collapse if it was not stabilized. Therefore, Luofeng had to merge his internal world with the external space to build God Country. Following Babata's advice, the first step was to find a safe location in the original universe. After traveling around, Luofeng found a giant space fragment and chose that place to merge with his internal world. After the integration process, the internal world, which previously felt like a hologram, slowly became solid until it became a completely real world. Now, the God Country and Luofeng were united. From this point on, the God Country replaced the life core as the weak point whose location must be kept secret. It was located within the Ganwu Universe Country, 50 million light-years away from Earth. Coupled with the talent of the remote ocean body that contained abundant divine power, Luofeng's strength was now sufficient to eliminate a universe venerable. After the breakthrough, Luofeng met with the Chaos City Lord, who told him to choose a location on the slopes of Thunder Island to build a palace. This island was home to the high-ranking warriors of the Virtual Universe Company. While Luofeng was searching for a location, the other warriors were confused by the sight of the Kingblade River on the mountainside. According to the rules, immortal warriors should live at the foot of the mountain, while the mountainside is reserved for universe venerables. This shows that the Chaos City Lord considers Luofeng worthy of standing alongside the universe venerables. On the way, Luofeng met the Venerable Nine Sword. At first, he thought Luofeng was looking for Master Zhen Yan. However, when Luofeng revealed his intention to build a palace, Venerable Nine Sword insisted that he should not stay there for long, let alone build one. Luofeng then explained that it was a direct order from Chaos City Lord. Venerable Nine Sword, who understood the situation, immediately advised Luofeng to calmly search for a location. This incident sparked rumors that Luofeng was receiving special treatment. However, for Luofeng, he only needed to prove it with strength. The scene shifted to the virtual world of the ancestral god sect. As Luofeng was walking with Master Zhen Yan, rumors about him building a palace on the mountainside had already spread widely. Suddenly, King Bark Mirror blocked their path. With a sarcastic tone, he congratulated Luofeng for breaking through to the immortal level. Luofeng knew that King Bark Mirror had come because he still couldn't accept failing to kill him in the past and wanted to pick a fight. Hearing his enemy's nonsense, Luofeng asked the lizard to be upfront about his intentions. King Bark Mirror revealed his desire. He challenged Luofeng to a life-and-death battle, not in the virtual world, but in the real world. This challenge made the human warriors tense. King Bark Mirror said that the duel was not only to determine who was higher in rank, but also to determine life and death. If you dare, accept it. If you're afraid, you'd better go home and ask your mother for milk, provoked King Bark Mirror. Hearing this, Luofeng smiled slightly. Since King Bark Mirror seemed to want to die quickly, Luofeng would gladly grant his wish. He accepted the challenge. Many warriors from other races thought Luofeng's actions were reckless. Meanwhile, the human warriors were worried. If Luofeng lost and his treasures were taken, it would be a huge loss for the human race. Your courage will lead you to your death, said King Bark Mirror, before leaving to prepare and promising to send the coordinates of the duel location 12 hours later. Master Zhen Yan was puzzled as to why Luofeng accepted such an obvious trap. However, for Luofeng, this was not a trap, but a golden opportunity to prove to the world that he was a figure to be reckoned with, even by warriors at the Universe Venerable level. Then what happened next? Okay, thank you for watching until the end, and don't forget to support this channel with likes, subscribe, and comments. That's all from me. Bye.